Nailing your profile is crucial. No matter whether you've made $1 or $100,000, you need to watch this video because both your earnings and how fast you grow those earnings depends on it. You know what's nicer than $100,000 a year? $200,000 a year. So if you want to make money, it's time to listen up. This is the advanced class, people. Stick with me because we're gonna move fast. Today, I'm gonna show you how to totally reshape your Upwork profile starting right now. But first, we're gonna start off with the top 3 mistakes that even experienced Upworkers are making in their profiles. Number 1, hi, my name is, you're wasting real estate, stop. Number 2, why are you repeating things from your title? I literally just read that if I'm your client. Grammar mistakes. Seriously though, like 900K and you still have spelling mistakes? No. All right, I give up. I'm guilty, right? I did this stuff too. I know that I've done it too because I have literally gone back and found spelling errors in my own stuff. Like my profile picture is not even smiling, right? When I first started, my profile was literally so bad. I didn't even know that it was holding me back until I started like actually looking around and seeing what other people were doing and seeing what was making them successful. So basically what I have done now for this video is coalesced it into one nice little like that package so that you can basically just follow a bunch of steps and do it all for yourself. When a prospective client is looking through a list of potential people to work with on their project, that prospective client on Upwork does not care about you. You need to assume that the only thing that an Upwork client cares about is what's in it for me. They don't care about your current job, your career, what your pet's name is, or anything like that. All they care about is what can you do for them today? Results. Tailor your whole strategy around that, and you will do exceedingly well, my friend. Let's focus on what's most important. Numero uno, headshot. You do not need glamour shots. This is not a photo shoot. You are not going on the cover of Fortune magazine. This is a profile photo. Just do a photo. For example, that one. Ask me how I did that. No, Andrew, just show them how I did that. Take some more.
Today no school?
No school today.
Today jump park?
Yeah, she's 4. It's all over now. Now I've done it the right way and had my 4-year-old daughter take the photo. So what you don't need edited photos. You do need good lighting, look at the camera, stand in front of a white wall, smile, and take that photo. Professional photos are nice, but they are not required. It is simple. Look like a professional and you'll get hired more. Job done. Moving on. For the next piece of this, we need a little bit of information about the supply and demand side of this marketplace. So first off, we're gonna research what the clients want. What are the terminologies that clients keep using for the jobs that you really want? In my case, for example, it's going to be investor deck, or is it pitch deck? 2 things that are saying kind of the exact same thing, but maybe one is just far more common than the other. What you want to do is when you're going through the jobs that are out there, you want to search a ton of different terms and you want to write down the ones that just keep coming up in your space. We're talking unique words, ideally that could only be used in your space. So for example, if you do web development, web, not great. Development, not great. Web development, also not great. However, what I've found that typically works extremely well is looking for specific search terms representative of tech terms, specific platforms, things like that. For example, marketing automation. We're talking HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, Zoho, Zapier, stuff like that. If you're an app dev, then maybe it's a specific language. Node.js, C++, C#. For me, I may have the problem that if 2 of the main search terms that I'm trying to rank for are going to be investor deck and pitch deck, well, I can't just say deck because all the time people pop up with design my deck and it's literally his backyard deck. Now, remember when you're doing this research, It is not about the work that you do. It's about the results that your clients get from it. What you want to do is test your assumptions by writing down those specific terms that keep popping up, those unique things, and see what the results are when you go back and search them. Are you getting closer or farther from the types of jobs that you want? You want to mark the good ones and mark the ones that have a lot of job volume at a high level that are big budget things for the clients that you want. Then you're going to end up with some pretty solid data of some of the search terms that you should be using when you're constructing your profile. So once you've got your search terms and you know which direction you want to be going in, all right, let's look at the supply side of the equation. Who's doing it the best? You want to repeat the same research that you just did on the client side of things on the talent side to see what the highest earning people in your niche are doing. You want to use this as inspiration. Take your top search terms and search for talent. You want to then go into the profiles, look for commonalities among the most successful people in that space. Write down the specific words, tactics, and focus down on those that are just going to resonate with exactly what you want to do. Here's a pro tip. If you want to go even deeper, here's what I did. Go to the top 10 highest earning people and actually add up historical earnings for those who have earnings records. How much did that person make in the past year? Some may have made a lot, but they started 10 years ago maybe. Others started more recently and have made $100,000 in their first year on the platform. That's the person who's growing. Look for the ones that are growing enormously because something is working and working really, really well. And you're going to incorporate some of those tactics into how you construct your own profile. As you go through all of this research, you want to be marking down the different ideas that you get from people's profiles that are just doing exceptionally well. The different categories of things that you're looking for are headshot ideas, headlines, cool descriptions, and results-oriented work examples. Every niche is going to be different, so everyone's notes are going to be different. But understand that for you, you need to be looking for, okay, who then are the other people that are successful in my niche? What is it that they are doing for each one of these individual elements? What are the strategies that I then probably should be using in my own profile? Do not copy. You will get insta-banned. I've seen it happen. After you've done that, you'll then have a lot of data points from both the demand side of the equation, that's the clients, and the supply side of the equation, that's the freelancers, that point to the direction of who is your ideal client and what do they really want? What do they want? What are they frustrated by? What are they tired of? And what is really their ultimate goal that is helpful in convincing them that, yes, you can be the one that is the best in your space because you know what they care about most and you can deliver on it. Test your assumptions by writing down the specific search terms that keep popping up and see what the results are. Are you getting closer or farther from your target client? Mark down the ones that are really that good. The mistake that so many freelancers make in this process is that they're far too focused on the job. What's the project? What's the project called? That's not what's at issue here. That's not what you're tailoring things for. What is actually what you're tailoring things for is what's the ultimate desire of that client. It's not about the web development job. It's about, I'm frustrated that my website doesn't work and there are 15 different systems and 14 of them, I have no idea what they do, and I don't know how to explain what I want, but I know what I want, and I know that I need it to work. It's about the underlying motivations. How are you going to feel as a result of getting the job done? Not what is the job, it's what's the feeling that you get when it's finished. Focus on that, and you're gonna be in the money. Now, armed with data, we're actually going to dive into creating your description and your headline and constructing the rest of the profile. Here's an overview structure that I've found works pretty well. First, start with your 2 sentences. That's what's going to show up when somebody comes out and searches you. Then get into good fit clients. Focus on the client's struggles. Okay, what are those frustrations? That's directly where those things fit. Remember, secret motivations, you gotta look deeper. Then we get into the benefits. What's gonna happen? What are the benefits that they are going to get by working with you? Then you can get into what does a bad fit actually look like? Then you can get into about me, which keep it simple, keep it short. You don't have to go into great detail. There's a reason that the structure looks the way that it does, and that everything up until that point is focused on the client, because guess who's most important in this? See above, what's in it for me as a client? If there's one thing that you want to focus on more than anything else in your profile overview, it is going to be those first two sentences. That's what's going to pop up in search, and that's what people are going to see first. So that's got to be results packed. The other thing that's going to be extremely important in all of this is going to be your headline. That's going to pop up in search too. It needs to be descriptive, it needs to be punchy, and it needs to be extremely short. You do not have a lot of real estate here. You need to come out of the gate swinging. Fun fact here, Upwork has actually reached out in the past and asked me to change my headline. I changed one word and they left me alone. So here's what a bad headline looks like. Now here's what a good headline looks like. Now let's get into the pretty pictures, whatever you want to call it. Portfolio, work examples, I don't care. It's pretty pictures. So that's what's also now new in Upwork search. That picture shows up when someone is searching for you. You need to make sure that yours is the absolute best possible thing that you can show in that instance to that client. Remember the research that you did of other people in your space that are extremely successful? Some people have some really good looking stuff and some not really that great. Focus on the stuff that is really, truly exceptional. And if nobody has really, truly excellent work examples, I'll tell you what I did. I literally modeled some of my early work that I posted up along the lines of what professional consultants are delivering to their clients. If you want to really stand out, that's what you're shooting for. The most professional work examples that you can deliver. A picture says 1,000 words, and you want those words to be results, results, results all the way into the future. For your portfolio, you don't need 100 work examples. In fact, you only need a couple. Minimum viable portfolio is going to be 3 work examples, but just make them good. It is worth it to put in most of your effort in this process into those work examples, because if you can nail them, that will sell clients for you. Here is what a bad work example looks like. Here's what a good work example looks like. That's it. Let's dive a little bit deeper on description. You're answering the specific question for a specific buyer directly for that perfect client that we just did all that research on, that you're going to do their job better, faster, and higher quality than anyone else. We're trying to speak to the things that are frustrating or upsetting them or making them tired or giving them headaches or causing business chaos to those specific ideal clients, to that single one person. For example, if I'm talking about a development project that I'm about to work on, I know what I want, but I don't know where to start. I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I don't want to endlessly struggle with what could just be a simple solution. And I'm also frustrated about the devs that I might have to work with. I'm worried that that person might not actually know what he or she is doing. I'm worried that they might overcharge me. I'm worried that they won't explain things, or that I'll feel like an idiot, or that when they deliver something, it might be messy code. These are frustrations that you want to tap into, and that applies sort of in different forms across niches. The clearest way to show results? Numbers are the transformation. So many people will say, I'm the best writer, I'm a dedicated and hardworking person. But are you the writer that can deliver 1,000% return on ad spend for ad copy? Are you the marketing expert that can deliver 3 times more qualified leads for a client? In my case, are you the guy who can deliver me a pitch deck that's going to help me raise tens of millions of dollars? Prove it as best you can in number terms. I'm an algorithm-focused guy, and so one specific thing about portfolio that a lot of people actually don't talk about is that, yeah, sure, it doesn't have to necessarily be from a project from Upwork. Everyone pushes, oh yeah, you should always attach the work that you've done for Upwork clients. Most of my clients, if I ever put their work up on Upwork, that would be a major, major problem. So what do you actually do about it? You can use work from projects that are not from Upwork. That's perfectly fine. Everyone pushes, oh, you should always associate it with the Upwork project and everything like that. Guess what? I have never found a benefit in that. Upwork is constantly updating their system. So if this video ever gets out of date, then I'm gonna put a little card up there, right there for you of the updated video. Here's the one thing that doesn't matter, the video. I have had thousands of invites come my way. I have had hundreds of clients. The video that's on my Upwork profile has 160 views. You don't need to do it, skip it. The last thing that you have to do in this is you have to beta test. You have to search out yourself and see what does it look like from the client's perspective. What does somebody see when they search you? Do your first 2 sentences end in the right place? What is actually showing? You need to understand what is on the other side of the fence. What are people seeing when they're looking for someone in your space? I've got something for you that I want to call the Livestream challenge. I've been getting a lot of feedback from people that they want to see me on a live stream and actually interact and talk and basically see me put together one of these profiles. So if we get 200 comments on this video and 200 likes, we'll sit there and construct a profile live. Step by step, I'll show you how I would exactly write it, how I would construct it in putting that together, and ideally so that you can do it yourself as well. Is this something that you want? If so, in the comments, then just put something down below of what's the niche that you would want me to focus on in a live stream. Or alternatively, what is your number one question about profile related stuff that you would want me to answer on a live stream? Now, you've got to audit yourself. Be ruthless because your clients will too. They're not going to choose you unless you are at the top of your game, and you cannot stop innovating. You have to continually go back and do this over and over again over time. This isn't like a set it and forget it type of thing. Your profile is a living thing. You should be updating it regularly. Don't be afraid to go with your first draft though, because this is something that you can always change later. The number one thing that you need to do right now though is press pause, stop watching right now, open the description, download this guide, watch the video over again, and do it live as we go through it. You have to actually do this stuff, guys. So seriously, like press pause. Go ahead, I'll wait. All right, so if you did what I told you to do and downloaded that guide and went through this entire video again and actually did this stuff, then check out this video on how to win jobs on Upwork, because you're ready.